Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we discuss something that launched in 2019 and still looks so fresh, I would have believed that it's a 2025 novelty. It's the Zenith Defy Classic white ceramic, a timepiece that's beautifully sized and nicely proportioned. It has considerable elegance. In white ceramic, it's 41 millimeters in diameter. I measure it 11.4 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, 45.2 millimeters. There's been a great deal of design consistency at Zenith over the last decade, and so watches, even from 2019, still look very contemporary and up to the minute. And on my wrist, you can see the size is timeless. This would fit on a small wrist well. Because it's light, because it's thin, and because it's very short lug to lug, this is a unisex option. This would wear on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference, and I don't often say that. Although it doesn't look super duper thin, it is quite thin indeed, because it sort of nestles down into the wrist when you strap it a little bit tightly and size it down. You can see how the case back is stepped in and cupped, so it really settles quite low, almost 9.5, 10 millimeters above the wrist. Very impressive stuff. The strap's integrated. This is the Defy style case, and before you start shouting Hublot, keep in mind that this case shape dates back to 1969, when Hublot was perhaps no more than a twinkle in the eye of its eventual founder, Carlo Crocco. This is a Zenith form. Taking a look at the strap, you can see it's a molded style strap with sort of a hobnail pattern that converges and shrinks a little bit. We have a step on the side, and you can see that there's a little bit of a disparity between the width of the lugs here and the actual width of the strap. So I'm not going to give you a lug spacing, since as you can see there are spacers involved. The strap itself is shouldered. Just get an OEM strap or send the OEM strap to your custom maker so they know exactly what they're in for if they're going to make a strap for this. But you can see it does use conventional spring bars, so if you want to dismount it, you can do so. We have a clasp that's a combination of white ceramic and titanium, which is just kind of cool. And you can see that lovely gray metal internally, the Zenith Star logo. And then a system with 2 pins that allows you to take the strap, feed it in, pin it down, close it up, and now all the excess length is under the clasp and under the straps. There's no need for minder loops. There's no visible external clutter. We have twin trigger release, so you have to press both of them for this to open. It won't pop open by accident. You can see a combination of satin finish and polish, quite handsome with the Zenith Star logo. You'll find it elsewhere on the watch, all the way down to the crown itself. Now, the watch is made of ceramic, which is a very light material. You might be wondering, how light is this watch? Well, all in rubber and ceramic, sapphire and titanium, it is quite light. Just throw it on Sammy the scale and see what Sammy says. There you go. 88, and it's going to be like 88.21 grams without the tag. So that's a light watch. Now, taking a look at the watch, you can see that it is faceted in all the same ways as an example in metal would be. And you can even see, if you look carefully, that there's a distinction between satin finished and polished surfaces, and this nuance is beautiful. Now, this is an incredibly scratch-resistant material. Every once in a while, however, and that's exactly what's happening right here, you will see a mark on the case that actually represents something that contacted the case wearing off on the side of the case. So this should be relatively easy to remove with a pencil eraser. So keep in mind, oftentimes this ceramic surface is so hard, it will actually remove material from whatever touches it rather than the other way around. This is not damage to the watch. It is an incredibly resilient material. And if you're not the type to routinely shatter sapphire crystals, that's always the gauge I use when people ask. If you're not the type to shatter sapphire crystals, you're going to live well with a ceramic case. Push down crown here, 100 meters water resistant. And yes, you can swim with it. Taking a quick look at the dial, you might be impressed that it's quite well loomed. In fact, it might be a little bit more intuitive to read lights off than lights on, though for a skeleton dial, it does read quite well, partly because you can see that the indices and the hands are quite legible against this sort of I guess one could say spider-like open-worked dial. Taking a look below, you can see that we have satin as well as beveling on this spider structure. We have the cantilevered rhodium-plated steel indices. We have a Zenith star as the counterweight to the second sand. There's another star on the top of the dial. Below that, we have the date disc, and you can see that there's a little black panel that helps to highlight the current date. Now we have a hacking seconds function, which is always wonderful, so you can set the watch to a reference time. And then a unique feature of the Zenith Elite, and this is a 670 SK Elite. It's got a bidirectional quickset, which I've always found handy. So you can set it in both directions. 4 hertz, you can see if you look very carefully, we now have a full silicon escapement on these Zenith Elite calibers, which reduces the need for lubrication, susceptibility to magnetism, and also mass in the drivetrain. I don't think you can see it here, but you could try, but the spokes of the escape wheel are actually in the shape of the Zenith Star. That shape again, it's a lovely grayscale aesthetic with the material underneath the spider being just a little bit darker for contrast. Turning it all over, you can see the movement pretty well right here. It's the caliber 670 Elite, 27 joules. And I mentioned a 4 hertz beat rate with the silicon escapement. It's got a 50 to 52 hour power reserve. It's got nickel anthracite finish, satin media blast, a little bit of polishing. It looks quite good, and you can see the use of KIF shock protection with what appears to be a Triovis micrometric adjustment mechanism. Really cool stuff. These are worthwhile watches from one of the great and enduring manufacturers in the business. It's almost like the JLC no one knows about. Zenith is the best kept secret. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.